Time now for your forewarned weather with Thomas Keyboy.
Good morning, Utah. Happy Thursday or happy Friday Eve. So far this month, we have seen our fair share of wet weather. And in fact, we are now in the top 10 when it comes to wettest Februarys on record in Salt Lake City. We're now sitting at the 6th wettest February on record with just over 3 inches of liquid water. Now, we really haven't seen that much snow in Salt Lake City. Most of this has been in the form of rain, but it has been very beneficial moisture, and we've been reaping that really across the entire state. It's unlikely that we get to the wettest February on record, which was just over 4.5 inches of liquid water. But with the storm set to arrive early next week, it's very feasible that we break into the top 5. But if you've been wondering just how wet it's been so far this month, it has been very wet when it comes to our records. We're not seeing much out there currently. Most of the wet weather has come to an end. We're going to hold on to at least a slight chance into the northern portion of the state as we go through today, mainly favoring the high terrain. But out there this morning, with some lingering moisture, we have seen a few flurries in the high country, and in some spots we have seen a little bit of patchy fog. Here's a current view from Utah State University overlooking Old Main. You can still see Old Main, but there is that little bit of fog, but I think that's better than the snow that we were seeing yesterday morning throughout Cache Valley. Here's the current view from Blanding, where we have mostly clear skies to start things off, and that's going to be a really pretty sunrise within the next hour or so. Temperatures are mainly sitting in the 20s and 30s as you head out the door. It's a little bit chillier compared to what we've gotten used to in recent mornings, so you'll want the jacket. But by this afternoon along the Wasatch Front, we'll likely see sweater weather as temperatures will be climbing into the mid and upper 40s, gradually clearing skies, just holding on to that slight chance as we go through today. And that sunset in Salt Lake City at 6:10 this evening. With your regional forecast, daytime highs across northern Utah will mainly range in the 30s and 40s. Across central and southern Utah, we'll see mainly a mix of 40s and 50s, and then by tonight, we'll be turning chilly once again. Along the Wasatch Front, mid to upper 40s with a high of 47 in Salt Lake. We'll get to the mid and upper 30s throughout the Wasatch back at 37 degrees in Park City. And in the Uinta Basin, daytime highs will also be in the mid to upper 40s. 40s and 50s in the central portion of the state. And you'll notice as you make your way into southern Utah, you'll start to see more sunshine a little bit quicker as we go through today. Fairview will be one of the cooler spots in central Utah, 37. And then down south, St. George likely to lead the way, coming in at 60 degrees. We'll get to 44 in Monticello, 56 in Hanksville. And we'll see a daytime high this afternoon of 51 degrees in Milford. As we begin the Futurecast at 8 o'clock this morning, really not too much to see as we go through today. Just that slight chance for a few passing showers in northern Utah, with, again, mainly favoring the high terrain. But as quickly as we get into this evening, the chance of any wet weather comes to an end. High pressure begins to build in, and that will lead to calm conditions as we close out the work week and move into this upcoming weekend. And we'll show you that here on the long-range Futurecast as you see the high pressure building in between today and tomorrow, settling in across the western United States. This high pressure, though, won't be sticking around too long. Keeps our weather mostly quiet through the weekend, and by the time we get into this weekend, with more of a westerly and southwesterly flow, daytime highs will begin to climb. By Sunday, we could be looking at daytime highs close to 60 degrees along the Wasatch Front, but as quickly as that high pressure builds in, it moves away. And by early next week, all signs are pointing to a pretty strong storm system moving in from the northwest, which is much more traditional for this time of year. So we'll likely be looking at a good drop in temperatures, and we could be looking at a pretty good chance of seeing valley snow by Tuesday. We'll continue to fine-tune those forecast details as we get a little bit closer, so make sure that you stay tuned. In St. George, we'll be in the low to mid 60s as we move into this upcoming weekend, and could be in the upper 60s by Sunday with a mix of sun and clouds each day. A slight chance on Monday with that good chance of wet weather coming in by our Tuesday. Along the Wasatch Front, just that slight chance through today with gradually clearing conditions. Daytime highs in the upper 40s and low 50s between Friday and Saturday. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. Upper 50s for our Sunday. Then our next good chance of wet weather arrives by Monday into Tuesday with what could be straight snow by Tuesday.